this, and Nancy hit on it. When I think of telling stories and why it matters, I must see 7 or 8 PowerPoints a day with people trying to pitch something, trying to convey something, trying to get something to happen. And we're at a point where there's a saturation around us of information and pitches and stuff coming at us. And so stories are really an opportunity to break through that. And Nancy, you mentioned it. It's about connection and it's about clarity. Because when we've got things coming at us 100 miles an hour and so many things, stories are the things that we remember. And stories are the ways that we can move people. So what a story allows you to do when you're pitching something, because there's always something that we're looking for, but a story allows you to introduce emotion. It allows you to connect to purpose, your purpose or the purpose of your organization. You can bring inspiration in, and maybe most importantly, and I'll talk about this as well, is it allows your authenticity, you specifically and your brand, to come through as well. And that's really key. As Nancy invited me to this, I thought, okay, what are some stories that I have told and what have I learned in telling those stories? And, first of all, one thing is I'm a board member of the Terry Fox Foundation right now. And I've done fundraising around cancer for 10 years. And 10 years is an important milestone because 10 years ago, I lost my dad to cancer. Early on, when I would try and rally the troops, whether it was on my team or in my company, I didn't really share the personal connection of why this mattered. And so Terry Fox is a great story. Like, who in Canada doesn't love Terry Fox, doesn't resonate with that story? But it wasn't the full story, because the full story was, why did this matter to me personally? What difference did it make to me in my life? And that connection to my dad and to wanting to honor my dad by continuing to do work around cancer research, that was the extra little bit of me that I wasn't afraid to share it, but earlier on as a leader, I didn't necessarily share some of those personal aspects of myself. And I'll tell you what, vulnerability to share about you, and it doesn't mean you overshare in every circumstance, but finding your moments to let you come through is magic. And as a leader, the leader needs to take the first step there. I saw this recently, like the leader, if you want people to be vulnerable and to share, you have to be willing to go first. So what I found was, as I shared more of that personal connection, and it wasn't only with Terry Fox, as I would share more with my employees about why different causes mattered to me. So not what the corporate PowerPoint behind me said, because those can all look really pretty, but they don't connect with people. They don't get people to want to follow you or do something. But a personal story and a personal connection does. So that's one story. And I would say also what I learned is, because as I moved up in the company, I kind of thought, well, I'm the same guy I've always been. Don't people realize that about me? People don't know you. People don't know you unless you share you. And so find ways to share parts of you so that they can see the whole you in whatever it is that you're trying to do and the stories that you're trying to tell.